Hello everyone and welcome to another Salesforce Weekly Release in Action video. Now today of course we're diving into the Summer 18 release and we're going to take a look at some of our favourite new features which you can expect to see in the release. Alright, let's get straight into it. So let's log into my Summer 18 pre-release org. Let's wave hello to Cody and we're going to land on the home page of my Sales app. And you'll see that this is complete with the new Summer 18 theme, kind of hidden a bit in the background here. Okay, before we dive into some summer specific features, I always like to begin these release in action videos by focusing on this custom homepage component. Now this is something we recommend that you can use to call out some of the most important or impactful new features or any changes that may affect your users. It's a great way of using some really prime screen real estate to get that release message across right within the context of your application. Okay, let's move on and look at some summer features. So for today's demo, I'm going to show off a bunch of the general platform improvements coming in Summer 18. And today I'm going to be playing the role of a sales manager. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to look at one of my opportunity list views. I'm going to see all opportunities that are closing this quarter. And what's happened in this scenario is my colleague Sarah has called me and she's telling me that all three of her open opportunities she expects to close this month. So I want to update the close date, and I also want to update the next steps field as well. Now, of course, I could do this using inline edit in the list view, but if I want to do both things at the same time, in Summer 18, I can pull in a quick action and I can use it to mass update records from a list view. So here I have a custom quick action. If I click that now, I can update the close date. So let's bring these forward and say they're going to close this month. And I'm also going to update the next step. So let's say we want to chase these ones down. I can click save and just OK to confirm the action. And you'll see that all three records have had their close date updated and the next step updated at the same time. Now this one here, this opportunity for 500 widgets is a particularly big one. So I want to visit the record and I'm going to tag it with a topic of big deal. So big deal is a topic that we use in my org to keep a track on any records that have the potential to really transform our pipeline and our sales figures for the month. And you'll notice that in summer, I can do this using a topics component that I place right here on the Lightning page layout. So now I want to let my sales director, Mike, know about a couple of the particularly large deals that we've got going on that are due to close this month. Now I know that there is a group, there's a chatter group we use to collaborate on these kind of big deals. I can't remember its name right now, but that's okay because what I can do in summer is I can tell the search up here that I'm looking for groups. And as soon as I do that, it will show me recent groups that I've visited. And the way this differs from Spring is that before you had to type out the name of the object and then limit by that. Now you can select them from this really handy drop down. Okay, so this is the group that I'm interested in, so let's visit the group. And what I want to do here is I had promised Mike, the sales director, that I was going to let him know about any of our big deal opportunities that are due to close this month. So now I'm going to update that post. So let's give it a comment and let's say check these ones out. Let's mention Mike. You'll see I mentioned the user there using the app button, nothing new there. But what I can do now is if I use the /, I can actually mention records. So let me pull in the 500 widgets opportunity, and we have another one for 150 widgets as well. So that's something brand new in summer, the ability to mention records in chatter. So let's go ahead and make that comment. So while that's quite cool that I love the ability to mention records, surely there's got to be a more efficient way of me letting my sales director know about our big deals in the pipeline rather than having to mention them in chatter. So this group is great for collaborating and having discussions around those opportunities, but when all I want to do is flag them up for someone's attention, then clearly I can use the more traditional way of reporting and dashboarding to bring them to their attention. So let's have a look at reports now. So let me click into my reports tab. and if I look at all of my folders, you'll see I have a sales reports folder. Nothing new here. And if I click on this, you probably expect to see a list of reports. But actually, notice now that in Summer 18, we have the ability to create subfolders. So this is a really nice way of making sure that I can more granularly manage the hierarchy of my reports and my dashboards. So within my sales report folder, I have two subfolders. I'm going to click into the forecasting reports, and I'll look at our big deals report. Now, of course, I could direct Mike's attention to this report, but what is the best way of directing someone's attention to a report? Well, putting it on a dashboard, I think, makes it more visual, puts it right in front of their face. So in Summer, from looking at a report now, we can select this new option to add to a dashboard. So we can add a report to a dashboard from the report side rather than just from the dashboard side. So let me choose my sales dashboard here, and I'll click add. That's going to launch the dashboard, launch the report chart component. I think this looks okay as a bar chart, but I always prefer donuts. Let's use that. Let's add that to the dashboard. And then why don't we make it nice and big to really direct the attention of our sales director. Okay, I can save that. And the report is now on the dashboard. And I've done that from the report side, which is pretty cool. Okay, if I exit out of the dashboard edit, and there's one other thing I want to show you on dashboards in Summer 18, which is that we can now within Lightning subscribe to those dashboards. But not only subscribe ourselves, I can actually select other people to subscribe as well. So rather than have to mention Mike on all these records or have to list the records in Chatter, and rather than have to rely on him going into the app and refreshing the dashboard, why don't we automatically subscribe him to it, and then once a week he'll receive that dashboard. Okay, there we have it. So now there's one final thing I want to show you that's new in Summer. And for this, I'm going to leave our sales app because as of Summer, we have a brand new app available called the Lightning Usage app. Now, clearly everything I've shown you today is in Lightning. Probably no great surprise that I've done that. But this is a good app that will really help you along that transition to Lightning. So if it's something that you have rolled out to your users and you want to just keep a check on how it's going, how the adoption is looking, then this app has got some really nice out-of-the-box metrics to help you do that. So the first thing you'll see is it tells you the monthly active users, so the number of users that are active in Lightning across the month. Now this is a developer account, so I only have 2 users. It's great to see that they're both using Lightning. You can also see that by date, by profile, etc. And then one other thing that I think is particularly interesting is you might have adopted Lightning and your users might be in Lightning, but you might find, or maybe they don't even tell you this, they're switching back to Classic quite regularly. So this switches to Classic set of metrics will really help you identify whether and how often that is happening. And that will mean that you can maybe speak to those users and better educate them about the right way to do something in Lightning. Maybe they're just finding it's more familiar to go back to Classic. Actually, why don't you surface that information, be aware of it, and use it to really drive people's behavior into Lightning. Okay, so there we have it. Those are some of our favorite features that are coming to the general platform side of things in Summer 18. We hope you've enjoyed the video, and we look forward to seeing you again this time next release. Take care.